Hello and welcome to year 1 of the Great Clans, free cat clans based on cheetahs, tigers and leopards. I'm Nex, the local cheetah, and this is my first YouTube project. I am so anxious about this. The project is an every year challenge on the ClanGen game, and I have made 3 separate clans that will play a role in these videos. I'll try my best to continue this project evenly, so it's not all over the place, but I can make no promises. How this will work is pretty easy. I will play a year in all 3 clans, then draw the cats, and narrate what's been happening with them. That's all. By the way, I am using the disabilities and disorders mod for these clans, so if you don't like that, please click off the video. I also have it turned on that some sensitive topics can be displayed, so be aware of that too. I also have mass extinction events off for now and same-sex breeding too. However, having kids with cats that aren't their mates and unknown second parents is on. Same with same-sex adoption. So now that we've got the introduction over with, let's get right into it. The leader of Savannah Clan is Windstar. He is a senior Tom at the age of 123 moons and an adventurous cat. He has omen sight and is an incredible runner, and so far a great leader too. He mentored Chestnut Hiss, who we'll get to later, but hasn't really done anything noteworthy otherwise. This year has been pretty quiet for them. He has a slight crush on both an elder in the clan and his deputy, which is reciprocated on both sides, so that's fun. But I honestly doubt he'd ever actually act on it, but we'll see. That's all for the leader. Like I said, not a lot has happened this year, so on to the deputy, Warlbush. Warlbush is the 113-moon-old deputy of Savannah Clan. She is strict and an unusually strong fighter, at least for Savannah Clan, who are less inclined to fighting and more to, running off. And she's also a talented swimmer. She already had a snake bite scar when I started the clan, and like I said, she has a slight crush on Windstar. Aside from that, again, nothing really happened, other than she apparently has a tendency to go missing for a few days at a time. My guess is either she has a friend in another clan or a loner friend, or she goes out and helps the loners nearby. But who knows? I guess we'll probably see in another year. That's all for her, sadly. Our medicine cat is Kestrel Freckle. They are a wise cat, a lore keeper, and a good speaker, and 103 moons old. The clan is literally led by only seniors, and I just realized that. Kestrel Freckle, Jesus, I have trouble with that name, is known to often bicker with the Mountain Clan Medcat, though whether it's friendly bickering or not is still up for debate. I like to think the clans all have bets going on whether they're enemies or friends, and the two of them know it fully well and play into it sometimes. They also received a prophecy early in the year regarding 2 younger cats of their clan, Chestnuttus and Lemonback. Lemonback's mother received the same prophecy, and the two of them have been trying to figure out what it means since then. Aside from that, they've had a pretty good year, actually. Onto our warriors, we have Navia, who used to be a loner but joined after Lemonback saved her from a dog. She's insecure and a great mediator. Plus she has ghost sight, so there is a possibility she was led to the clan by her ancestors after her old territory became victim of a forest fire in which her tail was burned. She only joined recently and is still trying to integrate into the clan, and she seems to have problems with that, disliking a lot of the cats. Next up is Conkertuft, who is Lemonback's mother. She is an insecure Molly with natural intuition and also ghost sight. She received the prophecy about her son and his friend in a dream and has been absolutely stressed about it. She also developed a crush on Kestrel Freckle during their many hours trying to figure out the prophecy, and has been worrying about Lemonback constantly, especially after hearing how he saved Navia from a dog. The poor woman is not having a good time. Crooked Flare was Lemonback's mentor, and he is a 45-moon-old Tom who is responsible, a good teacher, and a good kid sitter. I decided due to his name that Crooked Flair was born with a slightly crooked jaw, just to add some spice to him. He honestly didn't really do anything this year, but I love him anyway. Next up is Petal Dusk, who is Chestnut Hiss's mother. She is 43 moons old, and despite being careful in personality, she is prone to breaking the warrior code and trespassing especially. She had to be held back from hunting on others' territory by Crooked Flair several times so far. She also has a crush on Crooked Flair, and they seem to be friends in general, but the fact that they have mutual crushes on each other makes me think he might be Chestnut his father. Petal Dusk is also a great climber and hunter, but she hasn't really done anything but break the code this year either. Next up is Petal Dusk's daughter, Chestnut Hiss, who is also one of the current prophecy cats of the clan. She is 15 moons old, adventurous, and a good speaker. Chestnut Hiss was apprenticed under Windstar himself, who taught her to listen more to her inner compass. On a patrol just before becoming a warrior, she was injured by a rogue which caused her to develop PTSD, but she rarely lets that get in her way. She and Lemonback have sort of a rivalry friendship going on between them, as they were the only apprentices in their clan so far, and I'm really excited to see where they're going in the future. Now finally the cat you've heard so much about, Lemonback, the second prophecy cat and Conkertuft's son. Lemonback is surprisingly insecure, though a strong fighter. He became a warrior a moon earlier than usual and then immediately proceeded to save Navia, so this boy has been living that main character life. His and Chestnut's relationship is really interesting as neither of them have any like for each other, but they trust and respect each other a lot. But yeah, that's all the warriors so far, so on to the elders. Currently the oldest cat in Savannah Clan is Fleet Swoop. Don't be fooled by her adorable heart-shaped spots, as she is a vengeful she-cat who is a good climber and speaker. If you remember from the beginning of the video, this old woman has a crush on Windstar. She's just generally a grumpy cat and hasn't really done anything, so yeah, there's not really much else to say about her. The second elder and last cat of Savannah Clan is Stag Eye. Stag Eye is 149 moons old, charismatic, fast as the wind, and a great hunter. He's overall just a big sweetie, and many of the younger cats often tell him he barely looks a day over 20 moons, which is surprisingly true. I, for some reason, decided to give him a really zesty look, so I imagine others always believe he's younger than he actually is, and Stag Eye is like the gay uncle of the great clans. Yes, all the clans. Everyone loves this fella, and he hangs out with all the cats, even those from other clans. Moving on from Savannah Clan to Jungle Clan, we have Rainstar, a 144 moon old senior Tom who is loving with a natural intuition. Rainstar worried a lot about his clan this year, as there were a lot of injuries and sicknesses throughout the moons. However, he is still a great leader, saving Ulite the medicine cat from a dog and training Blue Freckle, teaching the young she-cat to be gentle and avoid unnecessary fighting. He was worried a lot about his apprentice, especially because Blue Freckle is very, very gentle, and he worries that his apprentice will have issues if a war ever ends up breaking out. The next cat is Sapspot, the deputy of Jungle Clan. He's 103 moons old and adoptive parent of Rush Shriek. Sapspot is strict, a renowned hunter, and formidable fighter, but he too has his soft moments, like with his friends Shade Beetle and his kids. The two of them even went out to watch the sunrise together once, and I think that was absolutely adorable. He and Shadebeel are the only parents in the clan currently, so I think even though they don't like each other much, they bond a lot over the fact that they are both parents. The Medcat Ulite is a lonesome Tom who is also fairly clairvoyant and a great mediator. Plus he's trans. He's 35 moons old, but hasn't really done anything aside from being saved by Rainstar. He does, however, have a crush on a warrior we get to later. And there I do feel like I need to mention that the warrior's rule of medicine cats not being allowed to have mates or kids doesn't exist in this universe, simply because I want this mate to be happy. Time for the warriors. First we have Tempest Ghost, who is 82 moons old. He is an adventurous cat and a good fighter. Tempest Ghost was scarred by frostbite after a hunting patrol in the snow that went wrong due to one of the younger warriors' ideas to jump the prey from a tree, ending in all three cats falling face first into the snow. Aside from that, once again, not much more to say about him. Next up is Shade Beetle, the 36-moon-old vengeful learner of lore who is also a good kid-eater. Quite the interesting mix. He is currently injured due to a falling tree that mangled his tail, but yeah. He also saved Valleypaw from a trespassing mountain clan cat, so there's that. He is the parent of both Blue Freckle and Silver Leopard, the two young warriors that were on the patrol that scarred Tempest Ghost. Silver Leopard being the one that had the idea to jump the prey from a tree. Lichen Bloom is a 34-moon-old Tom who is confident, a great hunter, and a talented swimmer. He mentored Valleyfroat and is extremely proud of the warrior his apprentices become, watching the ceremony with a smile. Lichen Bloom hasn't really done much else like most casts this year, so that's that, and we're moving on. Next up is Valleyfroat, Lichen Bloom's former apprentice. Valleyfroat is a righteous Tom at the age of 21 moons and an impressive climber. Lichen Bloom influenced him to be both more likely to put others at ease and more likely to start a fight, which definitely did not help the poor Tom as he was first attacked by a mountain clan warrior and then by a fox while trying to steal its prey. He did get the prey. He is also currently injured because of it. Valleyfroat is generally well liked in the clan, but of course also hasn't done much else this year. Next up is Rush Shriek, a 20-moon-old Tom who is cunning, a fish-like swimmer, and a learner of lore. He was mentored by Tempest Ghost, who influenced him to be more impulsive and bend the rules. Rush Shriek was both scarred by a trap and broke his bone via a falling tree, making one of his legs permanently weaker than the rest. But he doesn't let that stop him from swimming around as much as he wants. I also absolutely adore the design I gave him because the name plus the sprite in game gave me the perfect setup for this. Blue Freckle is the second youngest warrior of Jungle Clan at just 16 moons and Shade Beetle's only daughter. Actually, she's the only girl in the entire clan. Blue Freckle is compassionate, a lore keeper, and a surprisingly good fighter, despite her tendency to avoid violence. Two very cute things I noted about her is that when she was a kid and her brother bullied her, and she always hid behind the Rainstar's legs to get away. And when she became an apprentice, she immediately went to gather more moss for the clan unpromptedly. She's absolutely adorable. The last warrior of Jungle Clan is Blue Freckle's littermate Silver Leopard, a strict Tom with natural intuition who is fast as the wind. He earned a scar on patrol and also gained Tempest Ghost his with his botched plan in the snow. Silver Leopard is a very rude cat, but hasn't really done much else like the rest. The last of Jungle Clan is Pansy Paw. He joined the clan at 3 moons, being brought there by his mother who couldn't take care of him anymore. He is a cold and oddly observant cat, training under Rush Shriek, despite the two of them not really liking each other. We'll have to see where that goes next year. And that's Jungle Clan, so on to Mountain Clan we go. Mountain Clan is the smallest of their clans due to the fact that they live on the cliffs. It is led by Tornstar, a 87-moon-old Tom who is sneaky and a great kid-sitter. Tornstar became mates with his deputy Flystream not too long ago, and these two have been absolutely adorable. The love for each other is in the green and their security is almost completely full on both sides. I love these two though aside from that, the youngest leader hasn't done much else. Also, I gave him slightly crested looking ears just because I thought they were fitting. Flystream is the deputy of Mountain Clan and Thornstar's mate. He is 69 moons old and a faithful camp keeper. Flystream really hasn't done anything noteworthy, so I don't really know what else to say about him. But yeah, like I said, really adorable with his mate, and yeah, gay cats. Next up is Mountain Clan's Medicine Cat, the charismatic Shard Pond, who is a great hunter and has a deep Star Clan bond. He is only 24 moons old, but already a great healer, at least to others, as he himself tends to be unable to see when he's pushing himself too far, proven by the fact that he has been unable to get sleep in quite a while. On to the warriors, we first of all have Mumblestone. He is the oldest and simultaneously the most troublesome cat of Mountain Clan. He is 67 moons old, incredibly clairvoyant and a good kid sitter. He also has terrible luck, as first of all, he was the trespassing warrior that fought with Valleythroat, getting a torn ear and some trauma. Afterwards he became paranoid, refusing to leave his self-imposed vigil, and hasn't been getting any better recently. The only nice thing Mumblestone has going for him is the pink toy mouse he found early on in the year that has been with him through it all. Next up is Leopard Dew. Leopard Dew is bloodthirsty, a prophecy interpreter, and a good kidsitter. He is a 22 moon old Tom, and aside from disliking Mumblestone, despite or maybe because Sad Cat was his mentor, and Tonster, he doesn't like Tonster either, he doesn't yet have anything noteworthy to say about him. But I really like what I did with his design. And the scar, he already had the scar when I created the clan, so that's a mystery. Pawn Spots is a 17-year-old Tom who is playful and a fast runner. When he was an apprentice, he for some reason decided to hunt on Jungle Clan territory and got scarred pretty badly by Silver Leopard, who was also still an apprentice at the time. Pawn Spots is an absolute sweetie and a great friend to both Thornstar, who was his mentor, and Leopard Dew. Aside from that, again, not much else, but I do love this guy. Second to last, we have Fringebee, a 15 moon old Tom who is wise, a great hunter, and a good teacher. He was mentored by Flystream, and when he was younger he chased off a rogue all by himself, but hasn't done much else. I do also love his design because I somehow ended up making him look a lot like, I don't know what these animals are called, I forgot. Was it a stoat? I don't know. But I made him accidentally look a lot like that, and I kinda love it. And finally, the last of Mountain Clan is Snipbeak, a 13 moon old Tom who is insecure with a natural intuition and a good swimmer. He graduated at 11 moons and was taught by Leopard Dew, who influenced him to be a little more adverse to breaking rules that don't suit him. And Snipbeak marks, well, the end of this video. Remember, I'm still learning about all of this as this is my first video, so feedback is always appreciated, and I hope to come back with these cats next year. In-game next year.